Oh, you did? Yeah, I bet it will change it if you change your display name on Challenge. Um, ROT8 versus Lexi.
Oh,
ROT8
thank you.
is new. Is new last year. Lexi's new this year. Both fairly new racers. Let's see what they've done. ROT8 won in Super Cake Boy, short, retro style free platformer. Lost to Parasite Steve in Wacky Races, classic NES platformer, and won against Ridley Dragon in Vice Project Doom, another NES platform.
Yeah.
100-0.
Yeah. Lexi got advanced when Captain Drake decided to drop out of this tournament.
Ah,
So there was no game played for that one. But Lexi has lost in What Goes Up, the puzzle game about gravity only working sometimes.
yes.
And I did not see the Kill Peaky demo. Is that the game with the bird screenshot I saw?
Yeah, that is a game where it's like Celeste, but you can hook onto the background and fling yourself like those birds in Mario Odyssey.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Not perfect controls, but I mean, it's in an early state for sure. And then our second match, it's a double. Is the person who beat Lexi in What Goes Up. AtomPlayed. I guess we'll look at their cards first before we look at the matches. AtomPlayed versus Persagax. 3rd edition versus 4th edition. Similar win rate, although AtomPlayed has a little bit of catching up to do, but I think looking at the matches might have done something a little bit like that. Whoops, I clicked the wrong thing here. Has won at least one this one against Lexi. What Goes Up. Lost to Ellipsis Break and Mercury Meltdown, the PSP game by famous game developer Archer McLean. Lost to Persagax, lost to Captain Drake and Copy Kitty, and beat Randomized TV and Monkey Magic, a weird 2.5D platformer based on Journey to the West on the PlayStation 1. Copy Kitty is we just played the demo of that, but the demo is like an hour and a half long. So if you want to get an idea of what Copy Kitty's like, download that demo because it's like a third of the game.
Maybe. We don't know how long to my knowledge, no one has played the full game of Copy Kitty ever. So maybe there's more video game than anyone has ever imagined could exist in the world.
That's one that I found initially and brought to MT, and I have not played more than the demo.
You even have... I don't even think you played the entire demo, because at some point you were just like, this is too long for an MT race. I expected the demo to be over.
I don't think I went back and played more of the demo, but I know YOLO Macho is in Copy Kitty, so there could be more amazingness later on. That could be a fun one to play, actually. It's
Shrambles played it all. Okay. I'm sorry, Shrambles.
Oh yeah, Shrambles is a good. We've got a game. Not immediately. You guys don't get to know, but they picked one. Basically, more of the demo. Makes sense.
It means it's a pretty good demo. Usually, you want your demos to indicate what the game is like.
We've got a freeware puzzle platformer. Isn't that interesting? Never seen such a thing in Mystery Tournament. This, I keep forgetting, this is also from that dev. These devs are becoming famous around here. They make a lot of games.
I know this game, but I did not know other games by the developer.
I think you would if you saw some. And you'd be like, oh, I saw that. Oh, I saw that in MT. Oh, I saw that in MT. Over and over.
I've seen one of the games from... Huh, okay. There's some interesting things in this list, okay. I've seen less of these games than I thought, though, but... Yeah, I've heard some of these names as well. Definitely a good developer.
I think they make games for Game Jam, but they have like 15 people on staff.
Yeah.
So like they actually make stuff happen. Although this is an older one, and this was submitted quite a while ago. It's true we haven't had a good Linson game in a while. I don't know if he's still making games.
Yeah.
But we gotta check out to see if he's still up. Daniel Linson, the person that they're referring to, was like knew about MT, right? And like, you know,
Yeah,
was
it was
around a little
on
bit.
the MT Discord. I haven't seen him around in a while. I don't know if has had other things going on in their life or just...
Yeah. Did they ever
dedicate to other
play, or was
projects.
they were
No,
devs
no.
that we liked?
What's it called? I think just found out that we had played and raced some of their games and showed up on the Discord. Ended
Awesome.
up giving us a couple of keys of newer releases, but
That's always a lot
I
of
don't-
fun. We've got Hempooley in the Discord now,
of course.
posting all of the new free games that Hempooley has infinite time to create. I don't know where these are coming from, but they just keep churning them out, and they're always good.
We've seen signs of K-Vol again recently, which is real exciting for me. I don't think you were around when K-Vol was more involved in the community. I don't know if you've seen that screenshot.
I'm too scared to ask him about whatever Shooty Man or whatever it was, because it never seemed to happen, but it seemed so cool. I remember when they got the preview in Top 8.
Mm-hmm.
The developer of Snakebird, if anyone is unfamiliar, that's definitely the most popular game. And that game's still blowing up. Just got a complete version released on Steam, and I mean on Switch, and I think that's doing well. Let's check out this game, which is... Nope, 4-player. Tricky Keys. This game's got tricky keys. This isn't one that I've personally played, but I've seen it played quite a bit.
Huh. Okay, I definitely remember testing this game for Top 8. It is fairly difficult, but I think that all our players should be able to handle this.
Yeah, I think in general, this game, like for like really good players, is a little short.
Mm-hmm.
Like Top 8 style players, but turn it down a little bit. I'm digging this music though. It's crazy to get this kind of music for a game jam. Although you never can trust musicians. They probably have stuff sitting around from older Toby Fox style. If they got Megalovania in a drawer, they're just gonna pull it out eventually. Alright, let's go. Introduce Tricky Keys, Exuno.
So it's been a while. This is a puzzle platformer where you have your keys get disabled or have different various effects. We'll see that this weird spider virus or whatever is constantly pressing the spacebar in this upper race right now. I think on level 3 or so. You'll get locked out of pressing up or down, which are... What's it called? I don't remember what all of the keys do. We have a paceman, right?
Yeah, I think we do. Let's see.
Let's see exactly what it tells you about. We've got goal, beat the game. Timer starts on start game documents hello world, that first level. The controls are arrow keys or WASD to move and climb ladders, and space to jump. And we have infinite lives. It is one of these precision platformer puzzle games where you kind of have to understand the route the game wants to get you to take through the level. You've got a wall jump.
Yeah, so
which these players need to use in this level that most of them are on in order to move to the left whatsoever, because they cannot press the left key.
Yeah, we also... This game has a sequel, Tricky Keys 2, but that's more of a, like, program... Like, where you program a set movement that then gets executed style game. Like a programming puzzle. This is much more of a standard platform. Looks like we've got,
Platforms that are toggling
right
whenever
up.
you press a jump, or your spider friend is pressing jump for you.
Got it. Got,
So you're on a fixed cycle of when you can jump, and each time you jump, you're going to be toggling on these platforms.
Game has a cool Windows 98 aesthetic.
Unfortunately, even though all of these levels are named, it's hard to keep track in both these matches which level comes after which.
Yes.
We see Lexi taking a very small lead over ROT8, clearing this level that both of them were on.
Yeah, ROT8 lost a little time here. You have to jump so you don't end up getting pushed left on this level and missed a cycle. There it happened again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
he's making negative progress here. Managed to get up onto the top level. Should be smooth sailing from here.
This is an auto runner until you fall down to the next one, and then the game will decide that you can go left.
Yeah.
I think it might be time-based, though, rather than...
But, I mean, effectively, you're on the right cycle that the game wants you to do.
Yeah. Nice. Lexi,
clear now.
Smart reading of that level that you needed to fall and not jump there. That's a thing that actually saves a huge amount of time in a lot of platformers if you can recognize when you can just fall to the next platform instead of taking the time to jump to it. And in this game...
in the bottom race, AtomPlayed is taking a small lead over, what's it called, Persagax, who is still back on the introduction of these eye blocks.
Yeah, and AtomPlayed is at the end of this level, which is not a short one, so I think that it's a pretty big lead here, actually.
I do know that this game gets much more difficult than the first world, though, so...
Yes.
I would not, call any lead definitive in these early introduction of the mechanics. Up on this Gemini level that our top race is in, the blocks are being toggled by pressing up. But that doesn't actually do anything in this level anyway, so it's basically just on a fixed cycle.
Yeah, it's important to recognize that. There's a lot going on screen, it's easy to get psyched out.
Meanwhile, I think Lexi's made it into World 2. Another one of these levels where the game is jumping for you on a fixed timing.
Yeah, it's hard to say how many levels there are.
There's 3 worlds, each with about 10 levels or so.
Lexi having trouble with this level. It looks like the trick is that it's going to force you to jump every so often, even when you're on the ladder.
Yeah, and you
want to
gotta
be
use
pretty
that jump
low.
It's just that grabbing the right portion of the ladder while dealing with these auto jumps taking you off is rough.
Even that was almost too high where Lexi was. Ooh.
Giving ROT8 time to catch up.
It was a pretty close race on the top. Looking in the bottom race, Persagax could definitely catch up, although this is pretty far back. Maybe 3 levels at this point, so... Which is, not, I bet nothing in the grand scheme of things. Like you said, this has 3 worlds, so there's still time.
Okay. Oh, Lexi's losing a decent amount of time waiting for this spider cycle. With such a cycle-based game, any amount of hesitation that gets you off of what a working cycle is can
Yeah.
really snowball into time loss.
And
as you wait
AtomPlayed
for
was
everything to
really
line
close
up
to the end of
again.
that level, but took a pretty bad death. Oop. Walk right over there. So in this level, the guy actually pushes right when you don't want him to. Or maybe just when you want him to. I agree, Omega Nebba. This is the kind of game... I mean, it honestly depends what round you're in, which is kind of hard. Like, to meta game Mystery Tournament. You probably should just play how you play and then try and win.
Mm-hmm.
But, if you know the other player's really strong, it's a lot harder to, you know, you have to do those things, like take those risky cycles and do the explosion on the final boss when you only have one life left and things like that. But, not dying always saves more time than making a cool jump or whatever, and so that's just... that needs to be top priority all the time. I'm not saying that's easy, because I forget that all the time and try and do a cool jump instead and then lose, but...
And sometimes you're playing it so safe that you end up dying more because you're not, like, damage racing a boss or doing something that's a little bit... You're doing something that feels safe but isn't as consistent. The game just not giving you enough left inputs to actually make it to the exit when you want to. There it is.
Lexi
well done,
playing it
Lexi.
cool. Pretty close to falling off on those bottom platforms, but I don't really know what she could have done differently, so...
I think that's the way you have to do the level. Very cleanly takes this next one.
Yeah, that was a first try, and I don't know if that's easy and just like kind of an auto runner or just... Oh, you're gonna have to move.
It's one of the levels where you don't really have a mechanics gimmick. Which I think that Lexi is really showing off skill that, you know, this game definitely has a lot of difficulty from the way that it's screwing with your controls, but when it lets you just do something that's pretty hard in itself, he seems pretty comfortable with the being able to control the character.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with a lot of levels have these gimmicks, you know, and if you can, like, immediately understand what the... oh my gosh.
Just pressing everything.
Pressing every button. If you can figure out what the gimmick is in, like, 3 seconds, then you can do really well, because you're immediately, okay, I can respond to this. But that's hard. Yeah, Lexi is approaching this level by just trying to do everything that she wants to do in between these interruptions, which is definitely possible. You probably could use them to your advantage, because they are going to force a jump.
Ooh, gets their momentum killed right at the last moment.
Oh no!
Because,
are these purples presses, or are they...
Yeah, the purples are presses, so because
so will force a
the
jump.
virus is pressing every direction at the same time,
I think all the arrows are going to cancel
it's
each other
canceling
out.
your forward and backwards momentum by pressing
Yeah.
both directions.
That makes sense. Whoop. This is just some difficult corner jumps. I don't think the spider's doing anything to you, except laughing at you when you lose.
What is the eye block toggling here? I don't see any eye blocks, but you have the pressing up to toggle something in the level.
Yeah, I don't see any eye blocks.
Not something that Lexi needs to use, apparently.
I would have approached that the same way. I don't... Maybe there actually was something that you could have used to win, but... Here, too, somehow you can press down to do something useful, but also just not, and then win.
I think this time it's, what's it called? Down is triggering the planes to come out on a fixed cycle.
Oh, I
the
see.
spider's pressing it.
You can't press down, but the spider's
Yeah.
making it happen. I see. It was the planes, got it. There was planes
Okay.
on the other level too. Yeah, that makes sense. AtomPlayed is keeping up nicely with the top race. ROT8 only... Well, no, this is actually the first spider level, so is probably 4 or 5 levels behind right now. Persagax still trailing a bit, but has time to catch up. Ooh, rough death for Lexi. This is not a short level, very cycle based. Nice. Just kind of got some lucky bounces.
And entering World 3.
Looking good. You have very heavy gravity in this game.
Yeah.
Which can be pretty hard to deal with. Oh!
Getting enough leftward movement in order to get into this goal looks very difficult.
Yeah.
Because you can't actually press left itself.
You gotta do it just high enough. We talk about kind of not doing the same thing over and over and getting yourself in a rut. This level is difficult to even experiment just because it's so small. You don't really have much time to try anything.
Okay, and I think Lexi's figured out that going for a wall jump is the wrong idea, and just bouncing straight up on the planes is the path to victory, and just needs to get the right timing for it, which is tricky, but...
I don't know if it's quite enough. Because is there anything you can do to adjust your height on the planes? I feel like there's probably not. I wonder if this game has variable height jumping at all. Oh, it does. ROT8 has caught up.
Yeah, wow.
This could be big.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you get enough height.
That's as straight up as you can get. I think you gotta take a wall jump here. My thought is that if you can wall jump onto a plane...
Oh! If you can wall jump after hitting the second plane, I think.
Yeah.
So you'll have to do a neutral jump, bounce onto the second plane, and then do a wall jump. With Lexi just does...
Oh, could have wall
and then wall jump off
brick.
the ceiling, I think?
Yeah.
Where it's one block out?
Off that gray brick, I think it's possible.
And ROT8 has done it? While we were looking at Lexi?
We missed it. Wow, that's huge. Lead change.
Yeah.
Had that lead the whole race. Looks like ROT8's gimmick is
just always going left.
Always holding left. Always left. That's your slogan. This is Exuno level. Yeah, I think you're right. It has been about 5 minutes here. Oh!
I don't think Lexi sees the top corner there.
I think that gray block that I thought was in the back, it was forward, is in the background. But still, you can use the corner, and that should get you far enough. Because it's one block extra to the left. It's funny because that's kind of a gimmick that they used in one of the first levels of the game, but you've gone through so much at this point. And there's so much distraction on this level, it's difficult to parse that it's just the same trick again.
The fact that you can't stand there and be like, what am I doing wrong, because the enemy will kill you, really makes it hard to like look around and analyze.
That's a good point. Doesn't give you the time to think about it. Oh! Probably could have cleared that enemy with perfect timing, but that would have been pretty... Can't all play games where we can constantly reset the time. Oh! I think you're right. I think maybe he just isn't seeing it. ROT8's struggling with this level, though. Lexi's got the time.
AtomPlayed is now caught up to this difficult level. I think Persagax is only one level behind, but this paper plane army is pretty tricky.
World 3 is definitely an equalizer. Nope, straight up is wrong. Oh! ROT8 with the furthest progress so far. Oh, has finished that level finally. Is on to the level after the second level of World 3, which would be the third level. There we go, Lexi finishing that level.
Yeah.
Some tangible progress. We got the popovers here.
I saw AtomPlayed moving for that corner right before they died, so I think they might see, getting through that much faster. Wow. I don't see what ROT8 is supposed to do on this level just yet.
Looks like this level that Lexi's on, that ROT8 was on for so long, is just an execution related level.
The timing on that last set of conveyors at the bottom right into the CD spike is real rough. Your momentum changes a whole lot.
Yeah. We're all past 3-1 now. ROT8 finishing 3-3. The close race up top. Looks like this is just an execution level 2 with constant down pressing. First try! Look at that. Might not have been completely first try, but still.
Okay, Lexi's through onto the level beforehand. We've got some automatic Yoku block cycles that are lethal in this case, and no ability to jump. You have to rely on these boulder trampolines.
I didn't even notice that those were folders. Makes sense. In this level, Lexi has the ability to swap these every time you press left.
Oh, that was just missing the jump timing.
Yeah. Persagax also on this level. AtomPlayed on the level past this one. And ROT8 on the level after that. Everyone is still bunched up in this one group of 3-4 levels here, but Rotate's running away with it a bit at this point.
Yeah, they're running out of levels to, what's it called? Change this lead back.
Well, Lexi is doing an interesting thing. Rather than just kind of standing real still on that purple and just tapping left. Okay, there we go. Now did it that way. Was trying to tap left in the air during the jump, which was probably possible, but...
Rotate getting to the end of this long cycle-based level. Taking slowly, just needs to get
I didn't
up here
notice
and
you
should
couldn't
be
press
floating
up
free.
on this level. I mean, that makes sense, because they're constantly holding down, so that means that you have to do all this with jumping. Pretty impressive
Yeah.
from Rotate to finish this level so quickly.
So in this level that Rotate's on, you're periodically getting left presses, which you'll need to like cancel out with holding right in order to stay where you are. But if you mistime it, then you're going to walk into something deadly in either direction.
Kind of level that Lexi did quite well early on. I could see her catching up on a level like that. We'll have to see. Make it through this series of jumps here.
Lexi's preparing herself to get these last jump timings and does.
Nice. And it looks like you've got a little bit of your triangle, a little bit of your top is not. Oh, rough death from Rotate. Was nearly there. Lexi isn't so sure about this one yet. Doesn't have the technique. Looks like 3 of our 4 racers are on the same level.
Oh, Rotate takes a death at the end of running hell again, right on the last platform.
This sure is a long one. Homework folder. I'm not surprised we saw 3 on the same level.
Yeah.
A death at the end of this one would be horrible. And you do get crushed if you're inside these when they spawn. Like Lexi only has 2 spots to stand, finds it, and finishes the level.
But
now we've
Rotate is through running hell, through a straightforward...
growing sense of paranoia. This looks like a pretty difficult stage here.
We'll see if Lexi can get through running hell faster than Rotate did. Was here for quite a while.
Persagax pulling ahead on the bottom, also on running hell.
Wow. Yeah.
A death on the homework folder is very costly. It's maybe the longest level we've seen so far.
Having to wait for all of these cycles, yeah.
Oh! Lexi with a death on the very end of running hell. I see how that's tricky when you're on the conveyor belt. You gotta jump from right the end if you're gonna use that technique. And that is the safest technique and probably the most successful one. Got our submitter in the chat, the artist formerly known as TPC. Ooh. Lexi nearly having it, but taking an early jump. I haven't looked much at this level that Rotate and Persagax are on. I guess it's just dangerous.
Yeah, so I don't think you're getting any phantom inputs. When you press down, you're toggling the eye platforms, but you just got to worry about all these cycles of the dangerous enemies and not being able to touch this floor at all, basically.
That's a finish from ROT8. I think this has got to be nearing the end of the game at this point.
Yeah.
Ooh. Left on that conveyor belt is basically a death sentence. You have to keep those jumps up or running hell. Good name for this level.
Yeah, I think the trick is sort of when you're on the conveyor belt at the bottom to do a jump and hold right during the P press. But actually executing on that is very hard, especially having to redo these first 2 floors of it each time. What is ROT8 actually doing here? Looks like they're clearing the level.
Yeah.
You can't move. This is one of the
Ooh.
levels where you can't. Okay, wow.
Oh!
No! Just had to press down on that last conveyor and would have been home free.
Freaky Keys is right. Oh, Lexi, second guessing, had it.
Yeah, and that's a good point. What's it called? I can't even read. Is that Andrew? That a lot of the times it feels like these races can go either way depending on the length of the goal and how much of a game gets included, whether we're doing an entire game, if the game ever gets hard, and being able to kind of intuit those traits about a game and get one that suits your own skills is really important for making it far in the bracket.
Maurice has gone on record that he prefers shorter games because his strength is how fast his brain interprets the game and is immediately playing the way someone playing the game for like an hour would play. But then someone who gets really good and plays the game like someone who's already played it for 3 hours can pull ahead. Well, how do you do this? Oh, he gets tired.
Yeah. Okay, made it. Both of our racers on the bottom on this dog's out level now, though.
Yeah. Lexi's now quite a bit behind. Hasn't been able to make running hell happen. Okay, so every once in a while, this guy at a pretty slow rate is stopping your momentum. I see, you gotta bounce this guy off the wall. Whoop!
Oh.
Looking pretty good. Kinda doing some Donkey Kong style strats here.
Definitely have to take a break on that second ladder there, though, I think, in order to deal with the cycles.
By the way, that was a really weird, obscure, I realize now, calling that Donkey Kong strats. What I was referring to is the second level of Donkey Kong with the bouncing spring on the top. When you have to go from like ladder to ladder and avoid stuff under the spring. It just reminded me, avoiding that dog on the top. Honestly, it's not even that good of a comparison.
No, I don't think that is an actual strategy you use in that game, or...
No.
Oh, Lexi finally gets through that, but ROT8 is through another very difficult level that's still upcoming.
Okay. He just stops
Okay.
completely after a
Yeah.
while. I didn't know if he went back to it. This is just execution. But you do have to route your way out through these levels with the disappearing blocks. Like, you can see them, but, like, really you need to kind of play it out to get the full feel.
Thankfully, it's bound to the down key, which you're not using aside from on that one ladder in the middle, really.
Right.
You don't have to worry about, like, how do I specify my jumps, or...
This is, I think, the final level.
System 32, yes, it was called out in the paste bin as the final level.
Okay.
And it's hard. There's a lot of things going on in this level.
Did Persagax pull forward on the bottom?
Yes, I think is still one level ahead.
Yeah, I'm forgetting the... I think Adam was ahead at a certain point.
Adam was ahead for most of the early parts of the race, but Persagax has been ahead since, like, the beginning of World 3. It's been back and forth. They were both on the Dogs Out level for a while.
Yeah, okay, you're right. I was mixing up.
But I don't think there's been a formal lead change. But considering how much both players are struggling with some of these levels, it could definitely come down to the final level and who gets a clean attempt on it or something.
Are you saying dogs out like lights out?
I mean, no, the level was literally called Dogs Out, but...
Where? No, it's called Back and Forth.
Well, this one is the level that had...
Got it.
The first to introduce this, you know, weird flaming cake thing.
Got it. We're saying, like, when you move one dog, the other one kind of moves the other, so it's like Dogs Out.
I think you just have lights out on the brain.
I have lights
too
out
much
brain.
Of the time.
I have a thing with lights out.
Yeah. Okay, Persagax getting through onto System 32.
I don't even know if we've seen ROT8 halfway through this stage. Oh man, the CD re-grab, that was powerful.
Yeah. Okay, is carefully looking at the rest of the level to route out what to do here.
Send across the river. You grab take the feed back with you.
Nice. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, you have to wall jump off of this block here. Can you even do that? Yes.
I think ROT8 might have it. This is, this is pretty...
It can still screw up any input here. Okay, very careful, has to move just a tiny bit to the left by letting go of right. And now just has to make it over these planes. Wow.
With a quick, and I think...
What patience. Yes.
Let's see, is that
that's the dot done?
There it is.
Which you have to press.
I'm pressing it, yes.
Nice.
This time I knew.
Okay.
It's an official SRL time of 35:04. GG. Very close race.
And there's this close race still going on down the bottom screen. I think that this is the one level away from the final level.
Yeah, I think now we have... Oh, have I not added that? Alright, there was a... We'll keep everyone on screen since we haven't had a full 2 finish, but yeah, we want to see Lexi finish this. There's a scene that quickly switches to the second race, but I don't think I've added it yet.
Oh, okay.
Maurice thinks of everything, but restreamers actually have to put in the work.
Yeah, user error.
Yeah.
Not designer error.
Both players on the bottom on System 32
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It could come down to just who has a cleaner attempt on this final level, despite Persagax having a solid lead for most of this final world, while AtomPlayed had the lead for the beginning half of the game.
One Up Scream crashed for real in the B-sod. Fantastic. This is a crazy stage. Persagax is making it happen, and I think that can make it happen. I think once we saw ROT8 get to this spot, they did not fail.
Yeah, no. But they definitely could. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there. Does not get a jump out to land on that paper plane. That's got to be demoralizing, considering how difficult the first half of this level is.
That's rough. We have popular race stealer So Much Fabs finishing after one of the racers on stream. Shows that this is a pretty tough game. The keys are tricky. Sometimes the blocks flash and I don't know why. I think it's just a visual interest thing.
Yeah,
it's
I think
interesting.
that's just dramatic effect for the final level here.
They're all here. We're all here on System 32.
Lexi taking her time to analyze the full route through this level. Figure out at least how to get to the next safe spot.
Nice job, ROT8. I see you in chat there. Nice win.
Okay, Persagax up to this final section again. Needs to do this wall jump with the right timing. Ooh, okay, so yeah, so if you don't hold down your jump the entire, max jump height, you don't make it onto that platform. Which means that you try and jump again, and you end up getting hit by a paper plane or whatever.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
But Persagax consistently gets back there very clean.
Yeah, I mean, this is really the easy part of the level. Oof. Do you need to do a wall jump there so you don't get paper planed to go further to the right and then jump back left?
No, I think you just have to do 2 jumps with the precise timing so that your second jump jumps on top of the paper plane.
Nico VT finishing and saying literal last stage walled me so hard.
Okay, Adam gets through the column drop. Has to figure out how to get this paper plane bounce in the bottom corner, which is still pretty tricky. Before really reaching level parity with Persagax. Oh, okay. AtomPlayed onto this final section. Persagax here too, though. Okay.
And
Makes
one
it up to this
jump further than
platform.
they've made
Yeah,
it
there it is.
previously.
Managed to do the positioning
This
for
is
the
a
final
lot
set
more
of
like that
jumps.
Donkey Kong level.
Yeah. And there it is.
There it is. Wow.
Oh, and AtomPlayed. Oh, so close behind. We'll see if they get it this attempt, but
Wow.
wow.
That is a 41.35 and a 41.45. Pretty close for a 41-minute race. What a match.
You actually put it the wrong way on stream, but okay.
Oh,
Off
did
stream
I?
now. Yeah. Persagax did take the win there, everyone, by 10 seconds.
Yes, sorry.
There wasn't some
refilled
kind
in
of
the
weird
time.
stream delay or timing issue.
Yes.
ID just put them on the wrong sides of the layout. I
Yes.
second guess myself.
Persagax finished in 6th place with 41.35. AtomPlayed in 7th place with a 41.45. Just 10 seconds.
Both of them with very impressive performances, though.
Yeah.
This game seems like it's running so much faster now that it's bigger.
I know. Well, it's a really fast game.
Yeah, it is. It's very precise. I remember playing this and being like, wow, this game's hard. Wonder if I still have my time written down in one of those old spreadsheets.
Wow, Lexi making it to the second half of the level, which is the easier half for sure, but the death here is disparaging. Oh.
It's up to the end. Oh no! Doesn't have the confidence to let go of right and start running to the end.
Rough death. We'll see. Give it just a little bit more time here and then check on what's coming up, because this is the end of our streams for tonight. I do want to mention while we're here, as tournament organizer, that the Losers 2 deadline is in 2 days. A lot of matches already being played here. We're looking good. We only have 78 matches remaining. This tournament is already winding down. It seems like it's still going full tilt here, but we're going to start running out of matches soon. I mean, 75 is still a lot, but still. We've already done 120 some. More than that, even. Done 145 matches.
And Lexi's getting onto the final set of platforms again. Running for it. Oh,
got it.
no, that was clear.
Done.
That was it.
Okay.
GG.
GG. Love to see the finish. Nice job to all of our racers. That's an official SRL time. Has not got done
typed
yet.
.done. There it is.
Of 46:47, but finished a little bit earlier than that. Nice job, everybody. Love to see 4 finishes in a 4-way race.
8 finishes, really, with all of the people who were playing along.
Yeah, that was a popular. A lot of people came out for this one for some reason.
Impressive to see all 8 people actually push through a game that can be as difficult and punishing, especially at the end there.
Yeah. Well, we are looking pretty light as far as scheduled matches go. Don't have another one for another 2 days. But, what I don't see on this list, call you out if you're in chat. I don't see Soupy Hearth versus Ringadon. I don't see that one guy versus Mr. Zimbu. Oh, because that just
happened, yeah.
That just happened. Well, get on it. And I don't see.
Well, let's report that. Wait, so
I have to. Like I said, I'm trying a new browser. I gotta log back into Challenge.
Yeah. That one guy beat Mr. Zimbu in the Vampire Tower Redux or whatever remix.
You have to scroll all the way up on Challenge to click the login button.
Okay. I haven't seen so much Fabs versus Piper.
No, that's on the schedule.
That is on the schedule.
So that's looking good.
Nico plays things versus White Panther. And Bright Shadow versus BTS are the other 2 matches I see.
Bright Shadow's going Saturday with BTS. Pushing the limits, but that's fine. That's why we put it on Friday. Little secret. Brigade Debater versus Arius. They must have a different name in the tournament, because that doesn't sound familiar to me.
That's Palm Horse, who I think mentioned was not going to play their losers match.
Okay, well, we may just move them forward. But things are looking good. People are moving pretty far. We've got a couple people that are nearly getting into top 8 at this point, almost. Crazy. Top 8, by the way, if I haven't said it on stream, I mean, it's posted on the challenge bracket, but maybe you're just a watcher and not a player, is on March 16th and 17th on Games Done Quick. Speaking of which, Games Done Quick is happening right now. I guess it would make sense to raid them. They get enough views. We'll raid them for hosting top 8. Why not? What are they playing? Maybe they're playing something good that we like. Which is everything. We just like video games. No, I don't want to hear the stream. I just want to see what's being played. Doom 2016? Sounds good. /raid. Games Done Quick. Work. Raid now. Goodbye, everybody.